And we live. Looks like we are live. Hey guys, good morning, welcome. I'll give you a second to get here, I guess.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be like nobody.
I mean, it depends. It's a Saturday. It's like, are you home doing nothing kind of Saturday? Or you're already
Yeah.
playing a game and you're like, oh hey. Or are you doing something else and not home?
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Yeah, there's a couple people here. Hey Ashton, Landon, Joseph, welcome to the stream. Just working on Avius some more. Hello, Creeper Killer. No, you're not first. There's 3 people before you.
Whoops, I messed this up.
Alright, so let's see, I am Zerthick is coding away here. He hasn't done MCMO yet because Bran was busy, but he was working on some other ones. There are XP mob grinding plugins. He made the no XP plugin right now.
Yeah, so I'm working on this stuff that makes it so you can't exploit the system. Sorry.
Specifically our money-making system, which is still
Yeah.
mob killing.
Yeah,
And
so you won't be able to just make like mob grinders to print out money for you and stuff.
Hey Jupiter.
That would kind of break things quite a bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we have a list of everything we want to have drop XP. Bats can, sure. You should make one where you can edit how much XP they drop.
Yeah, so actually I thought
So like,
about
so you
that.
could make bats drop like 5 full levels of XP or something crazy to make them have like this little purpose because they're so stupid.
Yeah, I actually thought about that. It's slightly more work to do. I might eventually do it. For our purposes, I don't think we really wanted to modify how much XP each mob drops. So we just kind of, it's like an on and off kind of switch. It'll just disable XP for stuff that we don't want to give XP. I think the sort of vanilla amounts of XP that things give are still adequate, though. Like, I think it scales fine. But yeah,
No,
that is
yeah,
one
no,
thing
it does. That's definitely not a big issue. So
yeah.
essentially, the passive, everything that's passive, I'm just gonna be turning to false.
Yep, that's it pretty
Mostly
much.
mostly because you can breed them, and that's the main reason. Even though it's not too big of a deal if you get a little XP from actually killing your cow, but
Yeah, but if you can breed them, then
Evocation Illiger, are those new mobs?
yeah, those are the new ones in the the mansions inside the
Okay.
forests or whatever.
I like how giants are still part of the game.
Yeah.
False. Husk is one of those new ones too. Illusion Illiger.
Yeah.
Llama.
Yeah, it's they've added a lot. Like there's like polar bears and stuff and all this other crazy things that I don't.
Mushroom. Mule. Yeah, there's a ton of mobs now. They're adding like 2 or 3 more in 1.14, so I don't know what Fortnite is. X of Kivo. Joseph, don't call me Mikey. I hate Mikey.
I think I messed up the config file. If there's spaces after the name of the mob. Wait, are there?
No?
Okay.
Oh, there is after Vex.
After Vex. Okay.
And Witch.
Okay.
Do I need to remove those?
Yeah, remove those spaces. That'll break it. I just messed that up when I was copying it. I'll release a patch.
Slots. Mule. Dun, 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 dun. No,
And
I'm
if
not.
there's
I'm
any
not
other
doing Tornado
ones.
Survival, finishing season 11 or anything right now. I'm kind of done. I'm not really playing much Minecraft anymore. That's why I'm just coding it. Coding it, configuring a server. Zerthick's coding it.
Yes, I'm the one coding it.
Hey, Sakura. Parrots, pigs. I forgot they added parrots that have just no purpose other than, I guess, putting them on your shoulder. Polar
Yeah, no,
bears.
you
Polar
can
bears
tame them.
attack you, the player, especially if they've got their cubs with them. So I'll leave that as true because you actually kind of fight them and you can't breed them, right?
I don't think so.
So I'm gonna leave polar bears as true, even though they're like not they're one of those like middle of the roads. They're passive until they're provoked, pretty much.
Well, that's kind of like wolves
Yeah,
as well. But
but you can breed those.
wolves, so.
Yeah. Rabbit, sheep, polar bear, shulker, silverfish, skeleton horse. Actually, skeleton horse should be true because that's those things that spawn with the lightning, the trap horses they added.
Yeah. They're still technically passive. They don't attack you.
Oh, you're right. It's the people. It's the things riding the horse.
Yeah.
Now, can you breed the skeleton horses with other horses?
I don't believe so. They're just kind of there.
This server's not live. We are working on it. It's not. There's no info for it. You can't get on it or anything. The server is the text files you see in front of me. You're right. Let's look up. Gotta look this up on the wiki.
They will also become hot. So polar bears become hostile towards the player if they get too close to their cubs. If a cub is attacked, all adults within a 41 by 41 radius will become hostile towards the attacker.
But they won't. They can't. You can't breed them or anything. So I'm gonna leave those as true.
Yeah, you can't breed them. I don't think.
All right. Skeleton horses rarely drop end crystals. Oh, Legacy Console Edition only. What version is that? Is that Bedrock version? Okay,
That's
yeah, it
anything
is.
that's not the 3DS.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's everything but Java. It's all of the non-Java versions except for 3DS. Why is the 3DS one different?
I don't know.
Why is it just not the same thing as Wii U or Switch? I mean, maybe 3DS is just a couple versions behind or something, but... Oh man, that's lame though. They should drop it in Java as well. Yeah, they added, I wanted to look at the horse armor, because in the Switch just got an update and it added leather horse armor that you can craft.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that would be really nice for them to put that in the actual one too. Yeah, it's Bedrock Edition only. You can smelt down iron. You can smelt down gold and iron horse armor in the furnace, and it gives you 1 iron or gold nugget.
Oh, that's not worth it.
No, like if it gave you a couple ingots or something, it'd be worth it. I like when they put that in. So they put it in, they just made it stupid. Alright. Let's see. Riding, behavior. Skeleton trap, here we go. Spawn lightning, blah blah blah. These spawn after 15 minutes if not triggered. The regional difficulty depends on how much they spawn. Wow, they spawn with the damage immunity for 3 seconds after spawning. So you basically have to like just hide for for the first few seconds after they spawn because you can't attack.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't breed.
Oh, I should probably turn my fans up. Crank them. Okay, skeletal horses cannot be bred.
Right.
So, because you're going to be fighting them, really they only spawn through those skeleton traps.
Right.
And because you're fighting them, and most of the time I'm going to be killing those as well, so there's just not skeleton horses everywhere because you don't need more than one. I'm going to leave them as true. Because you can't breed, right? I'll leave them up there. And you're only going to see them when you're attacking other things.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, let me see what chat's doing. I don't just sub the channels to sub, because I actually watch a lot of content on YouTube, so if you make good content, I'll check your channel out, and if I like it, I'll subscribe. But I don't just subscribe to subscribe. Yeah, baby zombies ride everything now, so yeah, you will definitely see them riding horses in full chain armor.
Do they really?
Yeah, I think that's... I don't know if that's the Minecraft thing. That might have been in the Switch update I got as well. Maybe that was the Switch update. Something about making jockey, or, you know, instead of making them the jockeys, they just ride everything. I'll have to look that up in a second. Hey Trixon, welcome to the stream. Hey Duke Plays Minecraft 07. Minecraft in... You don't have Minecraft inside a computer because it will cause a virus? Minecraft won't cause a virus. Not unless you're like installing a hacked or a not legit version of it.
Yeah, so that's a Bedrock Edition thing where they'll ride other things besides chickens.
Okay.
In normal Minecraft, they just ride chickens.
Now, what defines other things? Like everything?
It says they can also ride other passive mobs as well as other zombies and spiders in the Bedrock Edition.
Okay, the other passive mobs, like, okay, that makes sense. But rides other zombies? I want to see a picture of that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Alright. Enough of that. Alright, skeleton horses we'll leave to true. Slime, snowman. We can leave that to true. But they don't attack the player. But you have to make them. So you technically could just spontaneously create experience. I don't think the snow golems drop XP to begin with.
Do what? Snow golems?
Yeah.
I don't know. They might not. I just put everything in there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna look that up. Because if
I
so,
was
that would
too
be a
lazy
way
to
that you
actually look
could
it up.
basically spontaneously create XP if they dropped any. Okay, yeah, they drop 0. Okay, so I'll leave them to true, but yeah, they drop 0. Spider, squid. Yeah. Oh, squid had a space after too, if you didn't catch that.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I'll double check these for you.
Yeah, that's what happens when I'm coding really late at night. I forget. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I understand. Alright, squid. Do we want squid to drop XP?
No. Because they're passive.
Yeah, but you still, like, hunt them.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be able to get XP from that. They don't fight back. You can still get your, like, insects and stuff, but...
Oh, I'm fine with them giving 1 to 3 experience.
Well, then everybody will be, like, farming the squids, because they can't... Because you can make squid farms. You can force them to, like, spawn, so I would disable it.
Turn into false. Stray, Vex. Alright, I'm just getting rid of this guy. I don't know how to... I put him in timeout. I don't know what that does. But I put that kid in timeout. Kivo, because he's just being annoying. Thanks, Sakura, for watching all those years. don't know how that. I don't. That's so stupid. Timeout. 300 seconds. All right. Stray, Vex, Villagers. We don't want them to drop XP because you
No,
can
villagers.
breed those and get bunches of them.
Yeah.
Villager Golem. Sure, because if you attack them, they're gonna attack the crap out of you.
But you can also like farm those. If you're being
True.
sophisticated.
You can farm the iron of them.
Yeah.
True. I mean, you can technically farm all of these by making a dark room.
Well, yeah, you can, but like, you know.
I'm gonna leave them as true. Let me see how much they drop.
All right. I mean, yeah, those at least actually will fight back, and they're kind of hard.
You know,
So I
they
guess
take like 50 hits to kill them. So.
I think it's the same thing as like polar bears, kind of. I guess.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Although
wonder
I will
if.
say, in vanilla Minecraft, of all of the villages I've been to, I've never seen naturally spawned iron golems.
Really,
Yeah,
they
because
have to be a really big.
yeah, they have to be a big village with so many villagers and like so many doors in the buildings and like one zombie attack and it gets rid of the door, so the population never gets up. That's kind of bummed me out. I mean, I think it should be almost every village you go to should have at least one or two iron golems there. To one, protect it, and two, that if you do harm the villagers or like if you try and take the crops, like the guy iron golem will come and attack you, you know.
Yeah.
But they're so I've never seen them. I mean, only that couple iron farms that I made on that one Spazcraft we played on.
Hmm. So this is cool. I'm testing out the tracking capabilities.
Hmm.
So it'll work if you hit like something with a sword, obviously. It'll work for bows, but it'll also work for splash potions. So if you like throw a bunch of splash potions, it'll still register that as the player causing the damage to the entities, which is kind of cool.
Iron golems do not drop experience, so I guess it goes with the theme that if the player can spawn with actual items, that mob that they made it so that it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well then it's a moot point.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it
yeah,
is. Vindication. There's like three types of Illigers. I didn't realize that.
one of them doesn't actually spawn normally. I think it's like the illusion
Oh,
or
okay, yeah,
something.
that's the one that he creates that comes out of the floor. I think when he's attacking you, or the ones that fly around. Maybe it's the ones that he spawns that fly around you. Witch true, wither skeleton true, wolf false, zombie true, zombie horse. Those don't actually spawn in the game, so I'll just leave it as true. Zombie pigman and zombie villager. Experience bottle true, because we'll be giving out those sometimes. Fishing false, mining false, and smelting false.
Yeah, and that should do it.
What will Avius be about? It is if you've okay. So if you don't know anything about it, it was a thing on my server, or it was a server for my channel a couple of years ago. I have some videos on it, how-tos, trailers, let's play footage of it. So you can go to my channel and look up old Avius stuff. But and I know there's other YouTubers as well, smaller channels that had played on it and made videos about it. But essentially, it's an RPG hardcore survival world. So it's vanilla Minecraft, essentially, but we try and make it a little harder and more tedious, and then we add in the RPG aspects like the skill grinding. You basically pick a skill, mining or lumberjack, and that's going to be your focus until you master it, and then you can get other skills. So you got to work with other players because you don't know how to do everything because you're not a master at it. There's towns and an economy, so people build up these colonies and you live in them. You can buy houses basically in them to stay safe within the castle walls, essentially, if you want to think about it that way. And you'll be able to join the server, Mr. Gamer, and we're not sure. I'll probably say like a minimum, like a month, we'll have some sort of a beta testing thing up.
Maybe.
I mean, it depends.
It depends on how much I can code. But yeah.
Yeah. We just have basically the one where you actually have the levels. That plugin is what's going to take a long time. And Zerthick's going to have to do
the
that.
actual like RPG plugin will be quite a substantial endeavor.
And I don't think Tornado Survival's coming back anytime soon. Alex. Yeah, no, it was great when it was on. There was a few issues with it, a few kind of things that we're fixing now in this newer version that kind of made it, I think, kept some of the players from not sticking around. But it was more, we've switched servers. Everything was based on Bucket. Now it's based on this new thing called Sponge. So Zerthick has had to remake all these plugins, but it's allowed us to have more control to make it how we actually wanted it to be instead of using other people's plugins and sort of getting the final idea. So, all right, now let's see if Zerthick's plugin worked.
Yes, I believe it works. When I tested it, it seemed to work.
Seemed to work.
Yeah. It was kind of late, so times.
Alright, let me know in chat if this is the frames per second are too slow and awful to watch. Me will play Minecraft full screen and I will adjust, so let me know how it looks. We good? I don't see anything about it, so I assume we're good. Alright, what do we got over here? We got villagers. Hey, they're not dropping XP. Not that I know. I don't know if they actually normally do. I know that wolf does, and he didn't drop XP. About you, chicken? Nope. Looks like you done good. Done good, Zerthick.
And if you like smelt stuff, it should.
Let's get night here, so let's see if we can fight some good stuff and see if they still give us XP. Dun, dun. This is something I meant to go look and see if it was in the config, but your protection perms plugin, do you have it where you have it configurable like what the message says when you can't do something?
No, that's been requested. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay, then I will put in a formal request for that as well. Just, it's fine. I like how it goes across so it doesn't spam your chat. It's just messy because it gives you like the full block ID.
Yeah.
And so if you could make it say like, you have no gardener levels, you can't do this, or so it's just like you don't have permission. People are like, why don't I have permission for this area? It's more like, oh, you don't have the skill level or the knowledge to garden to like know what to do with this,
That's something I'll probably eventually do. I just haven't done it yet.
Well, if you need another procrastination, if Brandon's busy, you can
yes.
you can do
I
that
need
next.
to fix the breed permission node. For
Oh.
whatever reason that like slipped through like that. I deleted the code that actually does that because it didn't work, but I never deleted it from my documentation apparently.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually work, so I need to fix that at some point, so I'll probably work on that later. So
Alright, let's see here. Come on, spawn. Evil. Hostile mobs, where are you?
It's not the time tonight.
Well, it is, it's dark. Well. Oh, there's one. I'm also starving to death, so that's good as well. Or will be very soon. Look at all this raw beef. Oh yeah, he dropped XP. Exploded everywhere, but he dropped XP. Oh, I'm still spam clicking. I never got used to the new combat system. I never
Yeah,
did.
I did.
I just never played enough. I guess a little bit of Spazcraft, but I never battled people, I guess, so that was...
Yeah. I like the new combat system. I know a lot of people don't, but I like it.
Oh god, I poisoned myself. Ugh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there we go. Alright, now let's try mining and smelting. Looks like you've done good.
Yeah, like I said, it seemed to work.
Save toolbars, I don't know anything about that.
Let's see.
Hey, what's up, Grazed Heroes? Welcome back. I don't know how I'm not lagging with all this stuff open. You know, I've got Minecraft running, I'm streaming, I'm running the server that I'm on my computer. I'm in a voice chat on Discord. I have about 10 tabs open in 2 Chrome windows. I'm playing YouTube video, and then I've got some text documents over in Windows Explorer. So yeah, my computer's doing pretty good. What is this Fortnite thing that everyone's talking about?
I don't know. I think I heard of that, but
Because apparently Minecraft is dumb now. Yeah, I did get XP. Alright, I guess I can go mine. But I think it works. I need to test all of that out. Oh, I'm not gonna like that then. It's a battle royale game. I can tell you right now, I won't last playing it for probably more than like a minute.
alright.
Yeah, looks like the community's toxic. The one person we have here.
Yeah, they tend to be in those kinds of games.
Yep, sorry, I have no interest in playing that, dude. Alright, we need to find a cave. I think I almost fell in a cave over here somewhere, so let's go look. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I guess I can try breeding things and see if I get XP from that too. But according to Zerthick, they're the same thing, so the game...
Sponge treats them as the same thing, unfortunately. So I can't control one over the other.
Although I should be able to breed to begin with. I can't, so I can't even test it out. That means my minor class is working still. Oh well.
Oh, yeah, that
But
too.
but like you said, it seemed to have worked. The guy's gonna drop on my head. Hey there, buddy. It's dark, but this is not dropping XP. So we good.
Good.
We good, fan?
Good. That's how it should be. Yes, so that's done.
Although, Why? Oh, I'm an admin. I'm confused. Did I put myself in admin and miner at the same time?
You can.
I guess I have.
You can be in multiple groups at the
I
same
thought
time.
I didn't. I must have done that command wrong because I thought I didn't. Because I was like, how come I can clear my inventory and change my game mode, but yet I can't break grass?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that to yourself.
Alright. Well. Yeah, I guess the only thing going, so in the base class, just the general things that everyone gets basically banned at the start, like the brewery and you know, interacting and trading with villagers. The only one that was a little strange, I think, is the Ender Chest, because the brewing stand, you can find those when you go to the end, and you go to an end city, you'll find sometimes a brewing stand in there, and you can take it, which is fine. If you craft a brewing stand or you find one naturally, it's okay, who cares? Because you can't open up the inventory with a right click and brew something. So it makes it really easy to stop that. But the Ender Chest is weird because I stopped people from being able to craft it on their own. However, I still want people to be able to open them so that if a city has the Ender Bank, essentially, then they can open it up and still use the Ender Chest. I just don't want them to be able to craft one and keep one in their own house. We wanted to make it a specific building in the colony that you go to. However, you can find ender chests in the they naturally spawn in end cities. So I also strangely, I don't know if it was right to do this or not, but I made it so that no one has permissions to break an ender chest. Because otherwise, you could go to an end city, find an ender chest, break it, take it home with you, and then have your own ender chest. And it would kind of break the system. But at the same time, it'd be like those are, you know, there's only they're very, very rare and hard to get, and they're like an end game thing.
It would break the system.
Yeah, but at the same time, every time they open it, they would still be paying 100, you know, copper pieces or whatever we had it set as in your Enderbank plugin when you get that back up and running.
Which I, funnily enough, have not made yet.
Yeah.
But that one's very simple.
That will be easy to do.
That'll be easy.
Hey, more procrastination things if you need to.
More procrastination things, yes.
But that one might also be something that Skatem can take over. Hello, yeah. Roblox gamer Sam Kitten. So yeah, anyway, that was my solution. So no one can break ender chests. But technically, if they find one in an end city, they can open them and access, put stuff in it. I guess, you know, getting charged. But I'm not getting them the ability to break them and take them home. So
yeah, that's correct. People shouldn't be allowed to break
now
them.
I don't think because ender chests, well, actually I'll test this out. I think because ender chests are built out of obsidian, that they're immune to being blown up. So I think, let's see here, if you blow it up with TNT to try and like pop it off on the ground to pick it up, I don't think you'll be able to. So let's try it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you can, I can write a plugin.
Nope, it's good. It doesn't get blown up. It's immune.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that solves that.
Yeah. Cool.
There's not a way to do that without, you know, modding another plugin that essentially stops them from spawning in structures, Crazed Hero. So it would involve a plugin, in which case it's like, you know, the time it would take to code that up and maintain that as a plugin, it's just we're just gonna solve it with this method. Because, you know, there's only end cities are such a far away thing, and you know, no one's gonna go live by one just so they can have ender chest access all the time. Plus, you know, you need to have a second ender chest anyway to really make it useful, I guess.
Yeah, but it could be useful if you're doing like some kind of expedition into the end, and you like know that you might be encountering ender chests, so you put a bunch of material.
True. I mean, I think it's more worth on the other direction, because when you do go to end cities, you find so much loot, and the loot is worth so much, all of the enchantment on the diamond tools and stuff that you find. So basically, if you are finding a lot of good stuff and it's a big incentive, there's going to be an ender chest there. So it's totally, you can just dump all your stuff in, and then when you get back in town, you know, it's worth paying that 100, 200 copper pieces to keep it safe, especially for the dangerous trip back out of the end. With your Elytra, you know, you put it all in there and then you get out. So
yeah, that works too. That's...
See you, kitten. Okay, so let me commit this.
Yeah, either way, it makes sense to do that.
Added and set up. No XP.
Alright, I have to do...
Alright, pushing that.
all my custom data implementation first.
Alright, there we go. Alright, so the next thing I want to look at here is the Dynamap. I'm going to try and turn off the cave world. Hey, Trixon, thanks for the $2 again. Yep. Before you keep this up, there's going to be an entire month of Avius that will be paid by just Trixon. Yes, this will be 1.12.2, Duke. And it'll probably be on that until at least well into the summer, because 1.13 is going to break a whole bunch of stuff. And all these plugins and stuff are going to have to be rewritten, so it's going to take a bucket. It'll probably be broken forever, and it's going to take Sponge a long time to get up in line. So it'll probably be 1.12.2 until the summer, when 1.14 comes out that adds on to all of the underwater features that they talked about at Minecon, and then we'll probably just jump right into that whenever that gets stable. That'll probably be the way it works. Alright, so let's pull up Dynamap. Configuration, possibly. Worlds. That's probably in configuration here. I also could look this up, but that would be too easy.
Yes.
Well, we don't want players to show up on there, right? Where they are?
No.
Because then you
Just
can, like,
because
PvP, you can, yeah.
becomes too
See you, Crazy Hero.
when people can see where everybody is.
And then we also don't want the web chat. I think we had that turned off.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Discord will be for.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Items are used. Sure. If true player login IDs will be used for web chat when their IPs match. Sure. Maybe then we're not even using that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is just like every... Rito Village is a great tune, but it's just very slow. It's not what I want right now. Here we go. This will be better. Alright, oh, I see. These are all commented out. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. False. We want markers and labels. Show spawn true. Spawn label spawn, that's also fine. Dun, 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 dun. Trixon, thanks, man. Careful now, make sure you're not, I appreciate the money, but I also, feel bad about that. Don't feel like you need to give every time we're streaming here, but thank you so much. We have to look and see, you know, before we would just rent a multi-craft box, and I think, you know, the one we had for like unlimited RAM and stuff was pretty good deal we got. It was like $15 or $20 a month. That's basically what we had the whole time. But we're gonna see this time, because we're gonna rent a huge okay, just making sure. I just hear the horror stories of the the kids who just using their parents' card and just like donate to people on those streams all the time and get themselves in trouble. Alright, but yeah, anyway, we're gonna rent a normal. We're just gonna get a normal server box and then install multicraft on it that way. So it might be cheap. It might be more expensive than the $15, but it'll be cheaper and easier than when we get like to get more RAM. So we'll have to look and see if we get a good deal. But hey, Crazy Shark, welcome to the stream. Man, I don't know where this is. Let's see. Oh wow, good for you working. Yes, we're trying to remake and rebuild up Avius. If you remember that server from a couple years ago. Let's see. Sorry, I just have to research this because the cave map thing is. Okay, I need to go to custom normal or something else. That is confusing. Perspectives. Templates. And then, oh, I see. Nether normal velo res. Okay, here it's going to be somewhere in here, I guess. Oh yeah, flat cave. Okay, then we just remove this class. We don't want to run that class. Save that. Close both of these out. And let's rerun the server, guys, and see if that fixed it. We'll pull up Dynamap here for you, so you guys can see. I gotta wait for the server to come online first, I guess. The server's not online yet, Crazy Shark. We're still building it. It's gonna be at least a month or so before we'll have people on to actually start testing some things. So unfortunately, you can't join. This is just me running it on my computer internally for myself to log on and test stuff out. So your birthday's June 15th, Landon. Mine is June 18th. We're close. Oh, you're a varsity swimmer. Nice, Trixon. Distance or sprints?
So have you made progress?
Yes, I think so. I'm testing it right now.
Cool. Alright,
The
let's
Minecraft
see.
Ace, I love how you remember all these great stories and you refresh my memory and I'm like, oh yeah, remember when that happened. Okay, so let's see here. There's the village we were just messing around in. So now I should, oh, it still has the cave world. Maybe it's just not generating it anymore and I need to like delete it. That might be the problem, but I think if I delete it, I wouldn't even have the option to click it. I might just have to completely like reset the map. Let's see, let's go back in here. That might be what it is. Oh, I need to rename the file in order to customize it. That might be what the issue is. This file may need to be replaced during an upgrade. Rename file to custom-normal if you wish to customize it. Okay, well let's do that. Just put custom dash in front of it. It's weird.
I remember one of the other neat things you could do was have it render with custom like resource packs.
Yes, you had it actually. I think you got that set up so it rendered with Conquest. But I think I'm going to be a stickler and say no. I want the new default pack to be what is fine. But maybe we'll see.
We'll see. Wait. Mess this up.
Boop doo. Sprints, yeah, see, I'm a distance guy, although swimming distance is much different. I hate swimming. It's awful. Hey, Great Nova Vox, welcome. I have 40,000 subscribers not because I really had that great of content, but because I consistently made videos for like 6 or 7 years. That was why. Okay, I might just have to like delete this. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I remember Dynamap always giving me trouble, and you just always did it.
Maybe you'll have to break down and consult the documentation.
Oh, no, I did.
Oh.
Because I
There's
couldn't.
no hope then.
Let me refine this. I might just have to delete it, and I mean at least like the images.
Yeah, that's fine. And just yeah.
But maybe I don't. Here's my config. Caveman. Well, this is old in buckets. It's probably not being that helpful.
Yeah, you want the Forge mod stuff. That documentation.
I couldn't find it though. For support and details.
It's on their GitHub. Are you on their GitHub?
Yes.
I'll link it to you.
Are you aware of any sponge plugins where you can like pre-generate the world? Because remember that was a big part that we did. We'd spend like 2 or 3 nights. I'd let it run on my computer and regenerate and pre-generate it to prevent lag.
Because I remember people were asking how to do that, and I think there is a way. I don't remember off the top of my head how to do that. But I do know there is a way to do it.
Oh man, I have to delete the cave in each one of these. And I have to rename them all to customize. It seems strange. Alright, well let's stop the server before I edit all this stuff. I am 22. 22, more than halfway on my way to 23. Yes, no, I have graduated college. I made my first YouTube video when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade. I think it was 8th grade. And I am now 22, graduated college. Yeah, Matt, welcome to the stream.
How many people do we have in the stream? 9. Okay.
I don't know. I can see more than 9 people in chat in the last like 5 minutes. Uh-oh. 647, 67, 47 Landover Circle. Ooh, backyard fire. Let's see where this is. Oh, that's way up there. Oh, the text is probably weird.
We just got paged for an outside fire up on Landover Circle, which is the north side. Alright, so it's an outside fire.
Let's see, so it's Phil.
Did you hear if anyone was going from Jared? Negative. I responded stand by, but I accidentally hit it on the dispatch channel. Since it's on the north end, I'm going to wait and see if there's anything to it before we launch route.
I don't miss the younger days of little responsibility. I hated being a kid. I have no interest in going back to those days. I will stay this age as an adult for sure. Custom. Where'd my music go? Jupiter. I am 4.6 billion years old.
What?
Rumbu, welcome back. There we go.
Getting there slowly.
Because I couldn't do anything. I'm a kid, man. It's so much better when you have independence and, you know, don't just have to like go to school and sit in class and go to bed at 8 o'clock. I don't know. I just hated everything about a kid. Couldn't do anything fun. Alright, almost done editing these files. This is awful. I don't think this is even right. But we'll find out.
So it's the trial and error approach, right?
Yeah, well, it told me to do something. Yeah, well, it told me to do something. So I'm doing it. And it didn't work, so I'm trying to do it to the extreme of what it was talking about.
Okay.
I was supposed to move the cave class thing from one of the configs, except for I realized it was in like 5 or 6 of them, so I'm just doing it in all of them for the normal. Wow, you stay up late for 9 years old, Landon. Your worlds.txt. Oh, I did it. I did just have to do it in each individual one. We good. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and push this then. Saving, stopping, cross that off the list. Alright, see, git add. bits out of here. All right, let's see. Next, I guess it's going back to doing permission stuff.
Yep, probably.
I think that was about it for the bugs. All right. So what I did minor base. Now I just have to do the minor classes individually, which should be fairly easy because all it is just restricting
You're just
the pickaxes essentially.
yeah.
That's all I've restricted. I think I might have messed up though when I was creating them because I think I made it where, you know, it's correct to have minor base inherit base.
Yes.
But it's not correct to have minor 1 or minor 2 inherit minor 1. Like minor 1 inherits minor base, which inherits base.
Yes.
But minor 2 shouldn't inherit minor 1 unless I want to like remove the things that I had restricted in minor 1.
Which I don't think you can. So
yeah.
Yeah, it should only inherit the base. It shouldn't inherit minor.
Yeah, I will say that's the only thing I don't like about the luck perms is I just have no way to. It's a great visualization for each individual one. Like if I just bring up minor 1 and look at everything there, it's a great visualization web tool. But if I want to look at all of them together to see how like they're comparing, it's just a pain in the butt to go between tabs of each individual group. I want to see them all together on one interface. That's my only complaint about it, is I can't see that like you could with your YML file.
That's true. I mean, you can actually like open up the raw like JSON file and look at it, but you shouldn't really edit that.
10-4, land over command.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I need to do here is look at what these numbers are. I found that even just using, because in our old YML file, some of them we put the name stone pickaxe. However, that's not an acceptable name anymore of the actual ID. And then the numbers changed. There was like half of the numbers we had listed for like the minor base were not actual numbers anymore. Like things have moved around. So I had no way to actually verify that everything that we had blocked before we had blocked now, but I just used the logic where after I blocked the ones that I knew what they were, I looked back and I'm like, okay, well these other ones need to be blocked too because they're all, crops or something. So it did take some of that.
I mean, that is one nice thing about using like the name IDs now, is you'll be able to tell what it is just by looking at it for the most part. So you don't have to do like the whole like what does this number mean thing.
Yes, Landon, I have kissed someone before. Alright, anyway, 15 is iron ore. Oh, so we actually restricted it like this. Because I was going to say, it was, we basically restricted the ability to craft and use, like, okay, so minor 1 uses only wood and pickaxes. So they can't craft or use stone, iron, gold, or diamond. Right. But we had also seemed to have wasted lines of code to restrict the actual breaking. Sorry. Okay, that's over. So
The
why?
actual breaking of ores.
Yeah. So basically, an iron pickaxe is not going to break iron and gold. I mean, I guess you could break it, but it's not going to drop the ore. So what's the point of breaking it with a wooden pickaxe?
Right. There really isn't one.
Mm-mm. I mean, I think the question maybe comes down to did you still get MCMO XP for doing that?
You probably did.
And that might have been why we did that.
Yeah. Which.
But I don't think
would
you did, because
still-
like if you just punched it, you didn't get the XP. You had to use the tool. Oh, but you could use the tool. Okay, maybe. I'm not sure. That might have been the reason why. Do we still want to use that logic? I mean, you haven't
Yeah,
made your plugin
probably.
yet.
Yeah, I would still probably do that logic, because, yeah.
Oh, that's the other type of redstone. The glowing and the not glowing 21 is probably lapis. Yeah, so with your wooden pickaxe, all you can mine is coal and stone. Now I also have it set that, just looking back at the wiki, so you could mine stone, quartz. Well, if you went to the nether, if you got to the nether from the start with quartz, I mean, you leveled up in like 5 seconds. Packed
Right.
ice, all the variations of hard clay that you'd find in the mesa biomes, stained clay from there as well, and then coal. So your andesite and stuff was all worth something, and coal, I mean, that was basically what you did your leveling up with. The other things, it was just depending on if you got lucky in a different biome or wanted to travel. Sandstone as well was on there and was getting XP for that as well, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it just depends on what you put in your plugin for it, but a wooden pickaxe can break all of those things, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'd probably be listening for when you broke the block, so if we don't want them to get XP, we should prevent them from breaking the block.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here. All the different blocks. If you go to the forums and go to the guide section when you are making the plugin, you can use this to help build up and based on MC1. I'm sure you're going to download that plugin anyway and try and rip it open and see what you can get from it. But let's see, we had coal, diamond, emerald, enderstone, glowstone, gold ore, hardened clay, stained clay, iron ore, lapis ore, mossy cobblestone, netherrack, obsidian, quartz ore, packed ice, redstone ore, sandstone, and stone were all the things that miners would get. So, and we had the set values for those. So it made it, when you were starting out, it made it worth it that if you could easily get to an obscure biome, then it was worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll just put all those in.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Because you can, with a wooden pickaxe, you can mine everything but basically the big ores. Right. So I'm only going to restrict those big ores. I'm not going to restrict anything else.
Yeah.
Like if you find a dungeon with mossy cobblestone, good for you. You'll get yourself leveled up real quick. Okay. Hey Johnny D, welcome back to the stream. Yep. Metaton, welcome. Yeah, I've never done very many streams. I've done like a couple before. Alright, so this means I need I need to get in. I need to get the server going. Thanks for always posting the streams in the Avius thing, Chase. In the Discord. Dun, 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 dun. Did I know what in tornado survival, Landon? Yes, I have heard about net neutrality, and it's not as big of a deal as everyone thinks it is. The internet is not over. It's okay. It'll probably get blocked anyway coming up here. Alright, so we're working on minor bass, so I basically need to... You can put 100 tornado sirens. LP group minor 1 editor. Alright. Okay, so I have minor 1 inherit minor B, which is fine. Oh, I see. It's actually a permission. Interesting. So the inheritance thing is simply a permission node, which makes it... Okay, now that I know what it looks like and what to look for, that'll make it a little easier, I think.
So basically what I'm doing right now, which is what's really cool and what was impossible to do in Bucket, is when the player damages an entity, I'm actually saving that time that occurred directly to the entity itself. So what that means is that if like the server restarts or something, that entity still has that timestamp attached to it, which means that when it does eventually die, I can check and see, okay, did that timestamp happen in the last like 5 seconds, right? And then if it did, then you'll get the drops, but if it didn't, then you won't. But like that whole process of actually like saving the timestamp to the entity itself is like impossible to do in Bucket. There's just no way you can do that easily. So that's the part that's kind of really cool about how this works.
I'm not sure. I guess you could make a long string of music blocks to answer your question, Metaton, and then the sensor would activate the redstone, and you could like trigger a whole like song thing to play. But I think it would just play once. It would just like once it's on, it would go bing, but then it wouldn't keep going.
People have made like whole songs in note blocks before, and they added more instruments now, so you can do some really cool stuff with note blocks. Actually, that reminds me. There's this one Sponge plugin called like Jukebox or Music Box or something, and what it is you type a command, and then it'll actually play a song using note blocks. So you don't actually have to like physically build all the note blocks. Like the plugin will just play the song for you. But they had like the Indiana Jones theme or like the Star Wars theme, and it would play it all using note blocks.
Oh, that's cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I always had that one plugin on Bucket that I always really liked. The heck? 13 Chairs Crossroads. Ooh, cut a finger off on a log splitter.
What?
Damn, that call's far from me. I'm not gonna be able to get to that.
Major 13 responded to a 92-year-old female conscious but breathing. Not alert.
Damn. 39.
That's not good.
1218.
Just now.
Oh, that's right down the. That's a.
Just me on the north side of the fire station. White vinyl fence on the right-hand side. The patient is opening the gate. Advised he's home alone and feels faint. Will be a 67-year-old male. He is conscious and breathing.
I bet he feels faint. His finger's off. That's across the street from the fire station. 1218 wants to go to that call. He's not going to be able to get there in time. True.
I think they just said they're responding that you're en route for it.
True. 12 was on another call. They were coming back. But the ambulance is going to be at 12, so still, it's not worth it. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you're in a position, go ahead and run this call. They may take a few minutes to get there. They were over there off of Walden.
Good for you. Yes, I am a meteorologist, Trooper. Okay, this is boring music. Alright, anyway, back to what I was trying to do, which was putting all these in here. So I've got golden, diamond, no
Alright, now to
use.
see if this works.
Then I got crafting. We want to just do no craft. So we've got stone, pickaxe. Iron. I'm also a volunteer EMT, and I'm starting my Fire 1 training. So I'm also an EMT, and I just do that on the side as a volunteer. So that's what that radio is. This is the dispatch for our area. So I do both. Iron. Wow, that wasn't nice of his brother, Landon. Alright, so now I need the no break.
I think this might work.
Yeah, Season 3, Episode 7, my Minecraft Ace was probably my favorite all-time tornado survival episode and clip part of it. I mean, that was probably the only time that, a lot of times, if you didn't know this, a lot of times I ended up forcing tornadoes to come to make it perfect for the episode to actually have something happen. But that was the one time that it just is not what I intended, and I had actually really liked that house and put a lot of work into it, and it was just so perfect. Okay, so no break. So now I just need to look up these ores IDs. Probably at the start because they're one of the first things in the game. Diamond ore. Let's start at the top here. I'll get confused and miss one. Iron ore. Lapis ore. We got diamond ore somewhere in here. And then we have, oh, emerald. Where's my emerald? Emerald ore.
Pig.
is. Yes, I have to do redstone ore and then lit redstone ore. I don't think you ever really mine redstone ore. You technically are almost, because once you touch redstone, it becomes glowing. So you almost strictly redstone ore. I think you almost strictly just are breaking technically a different block, the lit redstone ore. Okay. Well, that should be miner 1. I even got my prefix already set. And then miner 2 is the exact same thing, just minus the stuff you mine with stone. So I would really like to be able to copy all of this exactly as it is.
Right.
So I don't have to re-put in these couple codes, but it's not many,
Like
so
I said,
whatever.
there should be a way to do like a bulk thing.
Oh well, it's not worth figuring it out for, you know, the only 10 things that are in this. Okay, so that should be set. Miner 1. Now we're going to do a group edit for miner 2.
Yeah, I thought I had something.
Oh, I can just copy them from each one here. That's nice. Oh, actually, I did set that up right. I did it right when I made this. Miner 2 inherits only miner base class, and I already got the prefixes set. I did it right. I was being smart.
Good. It's good to be smart.
Yeah. So now we got iron. And then we got golden and diamond. Whoops. Iron. Golden.
Tower 1218, any other responding volunteers can cancel the chairs crossroads. 18 on scene, canceling. Available.
And they canceled him. Alright, diamond. Pickaxe. Alright, I think that's it. It's just the 3. And then we're going to take the no craft one. Sorry, this is what it's like to make a server, guys. It's not very exciting.
Yeah,
we don't have as much to test out this time, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of just.
I've never played GTA 5. I'm not really into that. You hate Lake Effect Snow? Lake Effect Snow is just the coolest thing ever. It's incredible. Fun fact, you can mine lapis with a stone pickaxe.
Really? Yeah, no, I do remember that.
Yep.
I do remember that because it was like a lot of XP, and before you got to the iron tool level, like finding lapis was awesome because you could get a whole bunch of XP.
Yep, exactly.
From mining lapis with your stone picks.
Exactly.
So
once you get stone, so basically when you get stone, the 2 things you get is iron and lapis.
yeah.
So you still can't do gold, emerald, diamond, redstone.
Yeah.
Gold.
So one of the things I thought about, it's not possible for me to restrict it yet, but restricting repairing items, so not just crafting them, but repairing them, such that like only smiths could repair items, but that might get a bit too crazy.
Although not really. If you're saying we're going to be restricting brewing and enchanting and making armor,
Yeah.
then repairing your tools is something you would. Well, some tools, because you need an anvil to repair them, especially if they're enchanted.
yeah,
You can
so-
put them in your
so
inventory, so it's already restricted anyway, because normal people can't use anvils.
Right. Yeah,
So
normal people
assume that
can't
it's
use
already
it.
been restricted.
Yeah. But you can still do like the sort of like combining two half
Yeah.
pickaxes
Yeah.
together.
But
But you'll lose like all your enchantments and stuff if you have them. So I guess.
yeah, it's for it being just small random items. It's not a big deal.
So I guess that's okay.
Yeah, so this is like what I'm doing. I guess I'm setting up the basic. Once you actually make your plugin, and we're like, oh, you actually really built these classes up more, then we can go back in these classes and restrict more things, such as smelting. Going back and only restricting using certain things as smelting. But I'd rather you make the plugin before we do, because like we know we're having these basic parts of the plugin.
Yeah.
But what you actually end up with when it comes to like if we do have that smelting class, which would be great if we did, and that you can only use coal or charcoal to smelt things. Like if you want to use anything else, we'll go back and do like another suite. But this will be real good for just getting the basic.
Although that would be kind of funny if we restrict smelting, because that means until somebody becomes like a blacksmith, nobody can use iron tools. Like everybody would have to just use wood and stone because nobody can smelt the
no,
iron.
it wouldn't be that. It would be what fuel they can use. Like you can only use the basic of coal. You can't use more efficient things.
I see.
But then it's like if you are a miner, you're gonna do so much smelting that once you get to level 1,000 or whatever we had it set at, when you get to the top of miner, you're never gonna mine again. So it's like you're never gonna be smelting again. So that smelting class, which like MCMO had, where it was a subclass, almost needs to kind of be tied to mining. Or rather, how about it should be this, where everybody gets the smelting class. And it's just something you work through whenever you work through, or we give it with the mining class. Because I think otherwise, if you don't give it with the mining class, it's very silly, because you do so much smelting as a miner, and then if you don't get it then.
Right.
Alright, miner 2 set up. Go into miner 3. So I think that's a good way to do that. Alright, see you, Johnny. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my, you saw a tornado, Jupiter? Scary stuff. Okay, once someone got to level 100, we gave them the ability to use water buckets. So if I've already, even though it's broken right now, I've technically already restricted it for, I believe, the base class. And then in the last permission system, we were able to remove that permission from like everyone from there on. So
yeah, I don't know if you can do that
in this one.
Luck perms. I don't know if you can like remove things once you've already given them to people. If that makes sense.
Well, you can change the value from true to false.
Maybe, yeah.
But I don't know if that has the same impact of doing that little
would
dash.
Be the same thing. If you can change the value from true to false, that would be the same thing.
Okay, so now we can make iron. So the only thing. Yeah, so I guess what we did is we technically restricted gold pickaxes to not be made. Not that anyone ever makes golden tools, but we restricted gold until you got gold and diamond at the same time on the last level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you made the auto class plugin.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to make, so that saves the mods the work, because they just type the commands themselves and get the XP taken away and leveled up, right? Isn't that how that worked? It is storming on the server. So when you get iron, then you can mine gold, emerald, diamonds, and redstone, right? You can mine them all. There's nothing you can't mine with an iron pickaxe.
Obsidian.
Obsidian. True. I'm not restricting obsidian, though. I haven't restricted any of the other ones. Should I be doing that?
You don't really have to. It's one of those things that, like, without diamond, it's painful to even try, and you don't get anything out of it. So
True. It's not like the other ones where it's, you know, it's not, you don't get anything out of it, but you can still do it. Obsidian, no. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Mining. Yeah, and obsidian was worth a lot. So once you get there, okay, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what
Yeah.
all this lightning's about. Oh, that's why there's so much lightning. Hey there, horses, creepers. Wow, it's mayhem. Oh, there's 2 of them. Wow, they're in the trees.
No, I think this will work. I'll have to see.
No tornadoes on this server.
No. I don't know if there's like any custom weather plugins out there.
No, they need to update their weather. I wish they would do that.
But we could technically, I think, run like a Forge mod that would do custom weather.
Well, the tornado mod is a forge mod.
Yeah, but I don't know if that adds like new blocks or stuff to the game.
Yeah,
If
it
adds
does.
New blocks, then
Yeah.
you can't do it. Only stuff that doesn't add new blocks to the game. So if there was like a light version that, though I don't think we would want tornadoes tearing through our server. That would be a bit insane, especially because people spend a lot of time doing like very big, nice builds, and then just have them all get crushed would be a bit disheartening.
Nice, you've seen water spouts on Lake Erie, Metaton? You know OBS broadcast that I'm using down here, the OBS recorder, that is actually free, and it's decent. So that's a recording
OBS
software.
Is pretty good.
Yeah, so you don't need to pay for any fancy recording software if you just want to record your PC screen. Like if you're trying to record a Minecraft screen, you know, if it's one thing if you got a strong enough computer.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it doesn't cost anything. That's what I'm using for this stream right now.
And I think you can set it so that it links directly to YouTube, right? Like, or do you have to do anything special with that?
I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, you got to set up your stream key and stuff.
Yeah,
but I literally
like
just open this up and I press a button that says start streaming or stop streaming. And then you've also got the same thing, start recording and stop recording too. If you're trying to just record
it. It'll like automatically authenticate to YouTube and like do all that for you, right? Like you don't.
I have no idea. So this will be a secondary usage, which is the right click, and this will be the bucket, the water bucket and lava bucket. But I'm going to set this one to false. So we got to go back to the bucket.
That works.
Whoops. Alright, so then that just turns into that, but then we can change that to false.
Oh.
Does it work or does it not work?
I think it works.
Yeah, because I don't want to strict normal bucket use, so you can still get milk from cows if you're like a gardener.
Yeah.
But I think, let's see if we'll have to see if this works. At least, I mean, it's still going to work, but we'll see if we just get the error message, essentially, from the Miner 3 class. So that's Miner 3 set up.
Yeah, I think it does work. Ooh, this is exciting. All right.
So Miner 3. Okay, I forget how to do these commands.
Okay.
this works. I want to switch primary group. That's what it is. Switch primary group. LP user Mike7493. Switch primary group to minor 3. Alright, my primary group was set to minor 3. Let's grab ourselves a bucket. Somewhere where a bucket's down here. The bucket icon. I also need to see if I can craft diamond pickaxes. Or just use them. If I find one, that'll work. Oh, hey, that does work, Chase.
What? What does?
So I gave them the, the restriction from your permission plugin back in the base class that they can't do that. But then I give them the false permission in that minor 3 class, and then they're allowed to do that action again.
Yeah, so then that's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, so sweet. That's good to know.
That's how you can remove it away. Yeah. Well, that's useful.
Oh, made obsidian. Oh no.
So then technically you don't actually need that invert option because you could just give everybody the base permission to do everything and then take away the ones that you don't want. But that's okay. It works either way. It's done now.
Yes, but well, one, making everything to false is an extra step after you put the command in.
That's
but
true.
two, what would be even the command to give everyone the ability to do everything?
Just protection perms with nothing else.
And then just give them the, but make that, false in your case. Oh no, you're right. If it was reversed, so you're right. That's what you could just do, and then
Yeah.
Then you just make them all negative permissions.
Yeah. But it works either way.
Yeah.
It works either way.
That didn't take you too long, did it?
No.
Alright, so now we're going to go to the editor. Actually, put my primary group back to, actually, test. See, I'm still in, something is still weird though. I don't think I'm doing this quite right, because I set my primary group to minor 3, yet I still have the admin prefix, because I think I'm still associated with the admin class somehow.
Group add or group set?
I'm doing set primary group, or switch primary group.
No, that will still give you the admin group. If you want to set the group that you're in and remove yourself from all the other ones, you have to just use set.
I can't find that command.
It's like luck perms user group set, and then the name of the group.
Oh, there's a promote command. So if we set them in a tree,
You make ladders, yeah.
I don't think I've made them into ladders, but you can make the minor 1 to 4. So that way, when you're the auto promote MCMO thing, can just use that.
Yes.
That's a simple if statement. I don't know how to make tracks, though. I'm gonna have to look that up. LP group. Oh, LP group clone makes the exact copy of the group under a different name.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
That's I should be doing that. I've already created the groups, unfortunately, so I should be cloning them after I've made, and then just going through and deleting them. Wow, that'd be so much easier for these longer ones. Like Lumberjack has a lot more restrictions.
Your groups
Although actually no, they don't. They're not that hard. It's the base ones that are huge, and then everything else is like whatever. But still. Why did we do that? I'll think about that later. Yeah, why did...
Okay, it's luck perm user parent set, and then the name of the lug perm. So like /LP user Mike7493 parent set, the name of the group. So
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now I got the prospector tag.
you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do parent
Okay.
set, and
I
that
see.
will remove you from all the other groups, and then you will only be in that one group. Alright, I just have to figure out how to check if a duration is less than 5 minutes in Java. Or 5 seconds.
Okay, now I'm looking ahead to Lumberjack. I don't want to hurt my brain. But why we did it seem to do Lumberjack and Gardener different than we did Miner, because there's a whole bunch of negative commands.
Yeah, so we did it like reversed for whatever reason, where we took away everything and then gave some stuff back.
Why did we switch it for these and not with like we did with Miner?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like in the, well, I think that's what we did was in the base class itself, we took away, we like restricted all of the log types and then gave them like each back when they leveled up instead of just restricting them the couple ones. Yeah, I don't know. That's confusing.
I don't know why we did it that way. I remember that was weird. And I remember looking at that file and wondering why we did it that way.
Alright, well, Miner 3 is done. Let's do Miner. What the hell? Jesus. Alright, Miner 4. Now to do anything, I gotta put myself back in. Well, that command was /LP user Mike7493 group set. No, parent set. See, I think that, I don't know, Chase, that command might be messing some stuff up. I don't know.
Parent set? It shouldn't.
No, you're right. It's a user parent one. You're right. That seems like that's still not the right command for that, but it gets a job. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't understand. If you did use that as group instead of user, if I did group, then it would actually mess stuff up.
Yes.
Because I guess the parent thing, I'm thinking of it that way, but because now my parent groups are cleared, I'm inheriting Miner 3. I assume it's still making me inherit base class and stuff. I mean, obviously it is.
Yes. If.
Admin.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. LP group Miner 4 editor. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Sorry, my bad, Landon. Alright, so Miner 4. The only thing is the lava buckets. Okay. Because they can do everything else that we were restricting. Water bucket. Water bucket. And then, of course, they had the auto class promotion. Alright, so that should be all of the mining classes done. I guess I want to try and see if I can make those in a tree before. I think that'll be the last thing I do here before I commit these. So I did test them out, they're good. Let's see, tree. The root of the tree. maybe. Show tracks. Maybe I don't know how. Maybe it just makes the tree by itself. I
No,
don't
you
know.
have to explicitly set up the trees.
I don't. There's only one command, and it's LP tree, and it doesn't seem to be what I want.
I think it's called track.
Instead of a tree.
Yeah, it's called track.
Might be right.
Yeah, there's a section on tracks in their wiki.
Yep. There's. Okay. Yeah, you're right. LP track. That's what it is.
But if you read the track section, it'll tell you how to use it.
To group onto the end of a track.
But yeah, that'll
Position
make
of
it
one
really,
places it in the start of the track. I see.
that'll make it really easy to make like the promotions of different different users. Because if you set up the track, then it's just you just keep promoting all the way up until.
Now, how do I create a track? Because I need to get a name of one. What?
Luck perms create track and then the name.
Yeah, but it's okay. But it's not listed on all of the other track commands. If that's what it is.
I don't know.
Lana, there's no tornado mod in this, so I can't do that.
Yeah, you should read the wiki on tracks.
I am on the wiki.
Did you go to the tracks page?
I'm
There's
on
a
the
separate
commands
specifically
page.
for tracks.
Why do I have to read some bullshit when I can just look at the commands and do it?
Because it'll tell you how the commands actually work and how to create tracks.
Well, they do. They have little information on them.
Alright, it's
Actual
up to
thing.
you.
Okay, that is annoying. You're right. That command, they have the entire section, all the commands for track, but that one is not there.
Which
So,
one? The create track one?
yeah.
It's right there at creating a track at the very bottom.
Well, I was saying it's on the wiki page, but on the command page,
Oh, it's not there?
it's not there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because I go to /LP on the track section, it's not there. Trying to hide it, or if it is, it's not with everything else. That's a track, which is where it should be. So this track will be called minor. I always call it mining to not get confused.
Yeah, call it the mining track. But yeah, that'll make like doing promotions very simple.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yes, it will. So then what I'll do is I'll insert and give it a number. Okay. So, wow, this village is getting just destroyed by zombies. All of them have turned into zombies because it's like a 20-minute long night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, because we made the day. I like that though. I think that's cool. Like.
So there's like extra just zombies and stuff.
Yeah, it means that like actually, I mean, I guess people will be like, just log off during nighttime, but I mean.
Well, you're gonna log off for 20 minutes.
Right. But that's how you make all your money, is by like killing stuff at night.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll make it easier in that way.
Yeah, but you know. Alright, so I'm just burning pigs.
Nice.
That's how I'm like testing.
LP, track, mining, insert.
Alright, you dropped nothing.
Miner 1. And a position of 1.
Drop stuff.
Be the first one.
And
then we got miner 2 as 2. And then we got miner 3 as 3. And then we got miner 4 as 4. How about that? And then for miner 4, it will be a giant. We're gonna have to have multiple tracks that all do like the same sort of this. No, yeah. Okay,
Well,
yeah, because the
remember how
next
we
one's going to
made,
be
like,
minor
the...
lumberjack if we're still going to do that
Yeah.
same circle. So
Yeah.
it will be one giant loop, and there's actually not going to be any repeats, so it'll be fine. The Imperialist
Yeah.
will be the final. Okay, yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be
It'll
fine.
be good.
Yes, it will be.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause we had to deal with this before.
Yep.
That's and yeah.
All right, save all. Stop the server.
Yeah, I think this works now, which is cool. You have to have damaged an entity within 5 seconds for it to produce. Yeah, it won't produce any drops. It does mean you won't be able to make auto cookers, unfortunately, where it like cooks the meat for you, but you know.
Well, you can, but it just won't give you XP.
No, it won't do anything because you won't be the one damaging the entity, so it won't produce any drops. That's the whole point.
What? I thought you were doing that. Oh, you did the XP one. What's the one you were just working on?
The no drops. So if
Oh.
you don't kill the or damage the entity within 5 seconds of it dying, then it doesn't produce any drops.
Oh, okay.
So I do have to check one thing.
Hey, Eduardo, welcome. It's because I am programming, I'm not playing a game. And it's also because half of my subscribers subscribed 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and are not as active anymore on YouTube, probably.
Okay. That worked. Because armor stands are considered entities, so
Yep.
there's some weird stuff that I have to make sure that I don't like prevent you from like not being able to destroy armor stands. But it works, you can destroy them. So we're good. This is actually really cool because now it mirrors the same behavior as XP orbs, where you have to damage the entity within
To get it.
5 seconds to get it. Yeah, which is what we want, I believe. So now I need to make it so stuff that comes from mob spawners doesn't produce anything. That'll be the next step.
What'd you say? What'd you say next step was?
Making it so stuff that comes from spawners doesn't produce anything regardless of if you kill it or not.
Oh, okay. You're gonna put that in that plugin?
Yeah, I would think so. Unless we don't want that, but
No, we do.
That,
I mean,
so.
we do want that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's more important than if you didn't kill it. It doesn't drop anything.
Yes.
Because unless the auto cooker with chicken eggs is essentially going to be the only thing that like it's killing things for you and you're getting the drops out of it, because everything else, if you're having an automatic setup, it's coming from a mob spawner.
Yeah, pretty much.
So essentially, all you've made, Chase, is a plugin that prevents auto chicken cookers.
Yes, so far. But I can do the spawner thing as well. It's just a bit more.
Yeah, that'll be a bit more complicated.
No, it's not that much more complicated. Now that I've set up my whole. I just have to make it so that when stuff gets spawned from a spawner, I mark it.
Yeah, Jupiter, if you have no viruses on your computer and you play Minecraft and just play Minecraft, you won't get any viruses. Now, if you start downloading mods and you're depending on how you're downloading, where you download them from, of course you run that risk. But just logging on to like servers and stuff, it's not gonna get
Yeah,
you many
if you could get
viruses.
viruses from logging onto servers, there'd be very severe security flaws in Minecraft. That would be very bad.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here and go take a little break. Zerthick's finishing up that plugin, and then I'm going to start on the Lumberjack one, but I'll be doing that off screen.
Yep.
Just wanted to say hey. And test out my new Ethernet cable I got for a few bucks or 15 bucks at Walmart that stretches across the room. Alright, well thank you guys for watching and hanging out for a bit. Maybe I'll actually start streaming more interesting things of me actually, playing games in the future. Alright, see you guys later.